All right, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the show, and welcome to part 2 of a 3-part thing that we're doing here, which is watching the Joseph Vincent, Kobe being Bryant, the Black Mamba career documentary. This is part 2. If you missed part 1, please go back and watch that first. And I'll be dropping part 3 later tonight. Pending no emergencies or anything crazy happens tonight. We're going for a 3-peat just like we did yesterday, and I promise no long intros, no long outros, because we got to get right into this, guys. So yeah, watch part 1 if you didn't do it yet. Link in the original video down below in the description, like I always do. Shout out to members, and everyone please leave this video a like. Let's continue the celebration, guys. Thank you for being here celebrating Kobe with me. I figured this is the best way to do it. Let's go.
The piece. And this afternoon, it's put up or shut up.
Yet they have lost 3 times this year, once in the regular season and twice in this series, to the Trailblazers on their home floor.
In Game 7 of the conference finals, the Lakers trailed by 15 points in the 4th.
Yeah, so if you guys missed part 1, it covered everything from his childhood to high school, to Italy, to his first couple seasons here in the NBA, and here we are. They got Phil Jackson. It's him, Shaq, Phil, and the whole gang is together, and they're deep into the playoffs now, going against the Jailblazers.
Well, the first thing that the Lakers have to realize is they've got 12 minutes to play, and it's only a 13-point game.
Not anymore. Steve Smith hits on the run, and it's 15.
This is a good team.
Go to the half to Shaq.
There by Shaq.
Yeah, Rasheed,
I should have
Pippen.
appreciated it more. And Shaq is of the mindset, I should have appreciated you more too.
That's slammed down emphatically. Kobe Bryant into the lane.
The fight for everything era.
The assertiveness, the offense. Now Kobe gives him the 2-point lead.
Clutch.
But I think now both of them look back fondly and miss a little bit of what they did have.
Portland has 3 timeouts left. The Lakers have 2. Bryant.
Classic. What a classic play.
To Shaq. Now his assist to Shaquille O'Neal makes it a 6-point difference with 41 and 3/10 seconds
Look how big he is.
Together, they'd brought the Lakers back to the finals.
Tonight, Game 1, the Indiana Pacers
Can't wait
versus
for
the
this
Los
music to
Angeles
come
Lakers.
back.
Now, Kobe has been sensational throughout the playoffs, but more importantly, first team all defense. Now, he's going to be playing 4 different Pacers, but everybody's going to be waiting for that glamour matchup, Kobe versus Reggie.
Here is Kobe. Exploding to the hoop.
Damn,
He is
man.
without question
On Rick Spitz.
one of the 10 best players in the history of the league. Kobe Bryant cuts it to 3.
The only thing I don't like about this documentary so much is how much that weasel is getting sound clips in here. What's his name? Nick Wrong?
Doesn't take him long to get into the lane and hangs in the air.
They really appreciated that competitive fire. It was that ability to sort of let it rip.
Kobe Bryant.
Sorry, Jalen.
Throws it over Jalen Rose.
Sorry, Jalen.
Not care if anybody said you're too selfish, you took too many shots. Like, he's like, well, I think I'm the best option.
In Game 4,
Yeah.
Shaq fouled out late in a 1-point game.
That's a loose ball foul on Shaq. That'll be number 6. What a big play.
That's it.
You fouled out.
21 rebounds and 36 points.
I'm thinking, you already had 50 and 25. Great. We're going to tie this series up because back then it was 2-3-2. We can tie it up and then win Game 3. All we got to do come back here is win 1.
Kobe Bryant would be called upon to save the day.
3 years later in the NBA Finals, that same move that I was showing them in my step back, he hit after Shaq fouled out.
Indiana, where I messed up and got in foul trouble. And on the bench he said, don't worry about it, I got it.
Hits the jumper and then sort of gives it, take your time. Everything's cool. I'm not going to let us lose this game.
Shaq fouls out with like 3 minutes left,
and the game is tight, and Kobe at 21 years old takes over.
As he's running down the court, passing on the button, says, "You never should have showed me that step back."
Shot clock at 12.
Yeah, there's a whole story with that, you guys.
You got one to give. They won't shoot free throws.
The putback would seal the victory.
Bryant saw a tough shot, and who is there? Kobe Bryant.
How good is this kid?
Yes, he is.
Are the 2000 NBA champions.
And just like that, Kobe and Shaq were champions.
For your 21 years, you said you've always dreamed of winning a championship. Is it what you dreamed of?
Oh, it's everything and more. I mean, you have the Laker colors falling from the ceiling, the fans going crazy.
Yo, just be like KG and be like, anything is possible. Y'all seen Tatum when he won the championship? What was it? What year was that? I'm drawing a blank. My brain is fried today. But yeah, and Jason Tatum, and he tries to do his best KG impression, and it seems so forced.
And I look back at Shaq and Kobe, and they were co-stars who, in the end, they needed each other, Stephen A.
Finally got one. This is it, fellas. You work all year long for it, man. Shaq the man, most dominant player in the world. Championship, it's ours. Love it. It's beautiful. Mwah. 2G, baby. You love it.
Many of them aren't going anywhere. Well, frankly, I can't remember the last time we had this much commotion in downtown Los Angeles.
LA celebrated their title in the traditional way.
See, we've only got this experience once here in Phoenix, and that was for the Diamondbacks winning their one championship in 2001.
Apparently vandals have lit a police car on fire. You can see it in the center of the screen there. You see people running. The police coming in now to clear out and disperse the crowd.
Uh-oh.
Because I had you, I was able to just chill out or something. Do what I do.
See, that's what pissed me off. That was it right there. That was.
Yep.
I got beat up. I got hack-a-shack. I ain't doing no work. I'm going home. I'm swimming. Me and Uncle Jerome, we sipping pina coladas. We eating burgers.
My ass is in the gym 10 hours a day.
The next season is where the Shaq and Kobe feud really took off.
I wish he was in the gym. I would have had 12 rings.
In the offseason, instead of basically getting surgery, Shaq opted to say basically, I got hurt on company time, so I'm going to rehab on company time.
Yeah,
like
that's just like Scottie Pippen did in 97 or no, 97, 98.
Because, I'm out there killing myself in the summertime trying to get ready, and then you don't do that. And then come back and complain about not getting the ball.
Yeah. Yeah, you left the door wide open for Kobe to take over.
When everything went through me, the outcome was good. If the big dog ain't me, then the house won't get guarded.
Shaq comes in, he's out of shape.
That there have been times, or there were times in the past, when Kobe Bryant would be on the court working his tail off for hours upon hours at a time, improving upon his game, and then would go in the training room and see Shaq swallowing about 3 Big Macs.
With Shaq beginning the season out of shape, Kobe took center stage in the Lakers' offense.
Slingshot from the holster.
Kobe was simply too good to play second fiddle.
This 22-year-old has been dazzling all year long.
Damn.
So much athletic ability is oozing out of him.
Kobe wasn't particularly fond of being Shaq's teammate.
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
People wanted me to just kind of level off my play and just do the same thing I did last year. And I'm not going to do that. I work too hard, and I improve as a basketball player every day, and I want to show that I improve.
He'd be there an hour, 2 hours before everybody. That he would show up at these practices, and he was fully sweated out, like he had just done 3 hours of working out before anybody did anything.
And then you watch Shaq, and he's the opposite, and yet you guys are aligned anyway. And like, just
with a little distance, it makes more sense to me why you guys clash.
Such a shame, you know, the two great players can't get along.
Shaq calling for the ball. Instead, it's Kobe.
That's one of the reasons why Shaq, as he would say, tried to slap him.
That day was a big turning point. When he saw me challenge him on that, he was like, this kid's crazy. All right, I can win with that.
Did he connect on the punch you threw?
No. No, I was swift on the duck.
He has kept the Lakers afloat here all night long.
So glad they had that moment before it was too late, by the way.
Is because he was so cocky about what his intentions were. He was unapologetic about it.
10 seconds to play in overtime. Here's Bryant, defended by Harris. O'Neal sets the screen.
Media would take it and run with it and all sort of stuff. And I'm like, well, bruh, if you were in shape.
It runs down and a foul with 4.8.
By the time I run down on a fast break and run back and then run down, you're still coming down the first time, bruh.
Kobe's ascent couldn't be stopped.
Kobe Bryant up to 29
Sure, we
points.
didn't see Shaq running down the court again until he was with my Phoenix Suns. It was a terrible fit for our team, but he did follow the one rule. Like, if you're going to be in a lineup, you got to run. We're a run and gun team. So he did it, and it was very comedic when he'd be running full speed down the court. The crowd would cheer and everything. Those were good times. He was the big Shaq-this back then.
This season's second in the NBA.
It wasn't long before Shaq.
Dirty PPG right there. Boom! Yeah, get mad, Shaq. Get mad.
And with Phil and his genius, his responsibility was to get the team to a place to win titles. It wasn't to appease one player. It was to get the collective whole to win a championship. So he would do whatever it took to make sure that happened. He would see the friction between myself and Shaquille and say, okay, how can I use that?
Kobe Bryant with a beautiful spin.
The Lakers are the second highest scoring team in the NBA. And third in the league in field goal percentage. They are an offensive machine.
I bought into the deeper connection that exists within the game.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, live from the beautiful Staples Center, Los Angeles, California.
I had to show this dunk from Vince Carter during this matchup.
Yeah, you don't need to apologize for that.
Puts it down and took it right out of his hands.
Damn, he got up. He almost hit his head on that backboard.
He wanted it. It was Kobe. Showtime, Bryant time.
Shaq gets it up to Bryant. Bryant has 45. O'Neal has 25. That's 70 of the 99 points by the Lakers.
Well, two players can beat you if one of them gets 45 points.
Yeah.
Whoa. I just heard the Legend of Zelda in the background. Did you guys hear that? I'm going to play it again real quick. It's dun 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 dun. Come on, nerds.
Bryant has 45. O'Neal has 25. That's 70 of the 99 points by the Lakers.
Well, two players can beat you if one of them gets 45 points.
Yeah.
The Lakers.
I know someone out there hears it. Put it in the comments, man. I know somebody else hears what I hear.
Down their stars, and the combo delivered.
Downtown LA as we get ready for game one of the best of five Western Conference Series between the Portland Trailblazers and the Los Angeles Lakers. As he put it in the heat of the
Too quick for y'all.
The Lakers went into the playoffs on a winning streak.
And Fisher-Rod has a 3-on-1. Bryant.
That's tough.
In 2001, when the Lakers were going for their second straight title.
In round two, they faced the Kings.
And then from that moment on, I knew we spoke the same language.
Kobe Bryant off the steal with a 3-on-2 and puts it away.
It doesn't matter if we had disagreements this and the other. Our drive to win, like, we have to win. There's no other option.
So good. Vlade Diva.
Why don't you double him and force him to pass it? He comes all the way from the half court, breaks your defense.
He dropped 48 points and secured the sweep.
Kobe taking it to the
Yeah, these guys ended up being rivals for a while.
The smiles on the face of the teammates as Kobe makes that shot early in the year. I'm not so sure we should have seen those smiles or would have seen those smiles. They now are loving the way Kobe is playing.
What was up with Shaq growing his hair back at this point?
8 points, Los Angeles Lakers, who now make it 15 straight wins.
They had won 15 games in a row.
Bryant.
Ooh.
In the Western Conference Finals,
It counts. And the foul.
Kobe took to the air and dropped 45 in Game 1.
As I said earlier, our names will always be linked. You know, we talk about who's this and who's that, but I truly believe that we will be the most dominant, big, little 1-2 punch ever.
I mean, it's either you or
20 years he
or Magic Kareem.
was probably the best offensive player or best player I've seen and faced.
Running the table through the first 3 rounds of the playoffs. 19 straight wins. 11-0 in the postseason. Their 3rd consecutive sweep.
In the finals for a 2nd straight year, the Lakers' title felt inevitable.
Capacity crowd, better than 20,000 on hand. The 76ers starting lineup just introduced to the crowd.
There's people like that, man, and you can hate on them. You don't want to note this crazy Kobe Bryant motherfucker getting up at 4 in the morning, you know, doing deadlifts like shit. I want to sleep.
I'm going to rip your throat out with my scoring. Low post, fadeaway, footwork, assassin.
That's tough. That's really tough.
Many people confuse the fact that he wants to beat your scoring.
Kobe has the same mindset and mentality that MJ had.
His preparation to win is as good as anybody's, ever.
A lot of talking going on there right now. I think you're going to see the referee step in and separate the 2 players.
Kobe will do whatever you ask him to do to win, whether it be play defense. He just wants to win.
That's what I love about it, because modern hoops, we seem to have forgotten that if you want to dominate your opponent, you have to, 1, outscore them, 2, shut them down defensively. If you got 35 points and the guy that you're matched up against has 35 points as well, you didn't accomplish a damn thing in my mind.
I'm not denying the genius of Michael Jordan. I'm saying Kobe Bean Bryant, in my estimation,
Kobe Bryant
was the greatest basketball player.
Wow. Kobe Bryant. Mark, what hustle.
Bryant.
Low and peasy afro Kobe. Then we had Shaq and Kobe. I'll say it again, Shaq and Kobe.
Iverson and the 76ers were hopelessly outmatched.
Still got that 1 win, though.
This man played with a broken finger and won a championship. Had to rotate the ball off of the broken finger.
The celebration has begun on the Laker bench. And the Los Angeles Lakers will make it a 2nd straight NBA crown.
Yeah, that was in bad taste, guys. That was in bad taste to end it like that.
With a 15-1 run.
It's an actual discussion you can have now.
Oh, I said it a year and a half ago. Nowhere in the world would I ever put anybody in the conversation with Michael Jordan. But Kobe Bryant is there.
The Lakers lost only 1 game the entire playoffs. Back-to-back champions.
And the beautiful thing is that they're just getting started.
We're going to get another one next year again. Back to back to back.
Damn, man. I don't remember him saying that.
That's
crazy.
how you have to be if you want to be a winner. There's just no way around it.
Yep.
Swish. Holla. That's why I get the money. Holla. Look at my mansion.
Or like Pat Riley like to say, I like to get paid.
The Lakers were the kings of the sports world.
Wait a second, Kobe was rapping? Like, does he actually have songs out there?
handle Shaquille O'Neal and extend the winning with Shaquille O'Neal. I don't think that was handled well.
Interesting and entertaining. People wondered if the egos of Shaq and Kobe would derail a potential historic run of greatness.
It kind of did.
He has a $71 million contract with the Lakers, plus millions more for advertising endorsements.
We're all waking up every day trying to be, above average or something.
Oh, Kobe Bryant!
And this guy was waking up every day wanting to be the greatest basketball player to ever touch the earth.
Yep. He's playing a whole different game.
Complicated shots, shooting over taller opponents, footwork with extraordinary grace, the elan vital of the athletic balladry.
It's funny, the good ones are competing against their opponent, the great ones are competing against themselves, and the great ones that came before them.
It's a 3-on-2. Kobe comes in deep, comes all the way, reverse.
The quest to become a dynasty and go back to back to back had begun.
Kobe, one of the best creators in the game.
Kobe had become a different kind of beast.
Kobe.
2 more for Kobe.
He has one goal in mind, and that's to be the best. And he will do whatever it takes.
Just so much speed. He decides, well, what am I going to do on this dunk?
Unstoppable.
Showtime slam dunk.
With no weaknesses in his game.
Shaq left side to Ori, looking for Kobe to get some space against George Lynch. 2 seconds, 1 second.
Got you on the fake. Still, very little clearance. That's a hard shot.
For the win.
That's sick.
The dagger. The dagger.
Is the rest of the league lying down saying, okay, Lakers, you have it? Because everybody out here says the Lakers are by far the best team. Nobody can beat them.
The Delta Center in Salt Lake City, Utah. He made a nice play. The rebound is off. It's not free. It's picked up by Kobe for the slam.
Damn.
Did I work hard in practice? No, never. And let me tell you why. The guy that I'm playing against, they're under me. So to try to show that they're worthy of being an NBA player, they would touch me up. So it's my philosophy, I'm not going to get touched up twice. I'm not going to get beat up in practice. And I'm not going to get beat up in the game.
Shaq inside once again. Slam dunk, Shaquille O'Neal.
The Lakers won 16 of their first 17 games.
A lot of people say you should work harder.
Tinsley splits the defense.
I wish he did.
But then I asked them, how do you know? What do you know?
Well,
I think
you just told us though you don't practice hard, so.
But nobody better than.
And I'm not trying to diss Shaq, but like sometimes he does this stuff, and I'm a little confused. Like, yeah, the thing is like you were already one of the greatest of all time. We all know you could have been even greater.
Bryant, I think with the kind of will to win.
He's tied at 103. Now you normally wouldn't be concerned about, but he's hit 2 in a row, so you better be cognizant of where that veteran is.
In Kobe's hands, 8 to go. Bryant's had an unbelievable quarter.
In the clutch, he had developed the same type of reputation MJ had.
He spins, he shoots.
Yep. Give him the ball and get out the way. Nobody else wanted it. You can tell nobody else wanted that ball.
40 points.
Get it to a closer.
Over the summer, Kobe Bryant bulked up, added 15 pounds of muscle to his frame, but I think the growth that the Lakers were really concerned about was the growth going on inside of his head, in his mind, and that's been the key for Kobe and the Lakers.
He was the most dominating offensive force.
Kobe Bryant with 42.
Remember that streak of 7 straight 40-point games. Kobe.
A juggernaut with unstoppable momentum.
Players nowadays.
Hold up. What good company he's in there, man. Wilt, Kobe, MJ, Elgin Baylor.
Players nowadays don't dominate the boxes and elbows. You and MJ are 2 of the best at doing that.
We mentioned he gained 15 pounds of muscle, right?
Ooh, on
Kobe's
Yao.
the second greatest shooting guard
Youch.
of all time.
Get the ball to number 8. You never know what's going to happen.
In the moment of greatest adversity, he was a killer.
Damn, man. Yeah, the first NBA 2K I ever played, I remember me and my brother, we're still Laker haters to this day. So everybody online, it was like the first basketball online game we've ever been able to play. And PlayStation 2, I think. Why am I bringing this up? Because, who we just saw there, we were always the Houston Rockets, so we can beat the duo of T-Mac and Yao Ming. And everybody else online was the Lakers. So we were going head-to-head against Kobe and Shaq nonstop. I swear, it was like every single game we were going against the Lakers. Everyone was on that bandwagon.
Count it! Count that basket. Look at Maurice.
That's wild.
Showtime was back and better than ever.
Yeah, that's one of the coolest plays.
Oh, what did I just see?
Why did you come to the revelation that this is the greatest player on the planet, Kobe Bryant?
Here we go. The ball comes in. Kobe's got it. Above the three-point line, taking a little bit of time. For the win, he's got it! The Lakers win!
Kobe Bryant.
Despite clashing off the court, on the court, Kobe and Shaq were thriving.
Too much is always going to be Kobe Bryant's gift and his curse. There were times it drove both his friends and his teammates away.
Horn, Fisher, nice rotation of Bryant. Buckle up! Kobe Bryant just sucked the gravity out of the target.
A lot of people thought we had problems. We never really had problems at all. I'm the big brother, he's the little brother. I want him to be the best player in the world.
You can have a combative relationship, win championships, and then sit back 50 years from then as friends.
It felt to the world as if the Lakers were set to reign for a decade.
For the Lakers, this was their third consecutive finals appearance.
Rolling over all who dared stand in their way.
Kobe starts on the defensive end.
I agree.
If Michael Jordan is the original, Kobe Bryant is the remix, baby.
Los Angeles Lakers have made it 3 straight.
They've completed the three-peat and cemented themselves as a dynasty.
It's scary.
They wrap it up.
The funny thing is Kobe never compared himself to MJ, but everyone else did for him. And then LeBron came next, and no one compares him to MJ, but he does. And he thinks he surpassed him. It's just the weirdest thing.
By beating the Nets 113.
And by 23, he had helped lead the Lakers to 3 straight championships.
I knew it was bad when Kobe got in trouble. I said, this is a wrap for us.
Oh.
He's one of the most wholesome dudes we had.
Lakers All-Star Kobe Bryant arrested by Eagle County, Colorado sheriffs. Bryant complied with an arrest warrant, turned himself in Friday, July 4th, and will have to answer charges of felony sexual assault.
And this is the moment where the media and the league turned their back on Kobe and never looked back.
Have to go through something like that, with not only individually, but as a family, and then for the organization, the Lakers organization, my teammates.
I'm innocent. I didn't force her to do anything against her will. I'm innocent.
Bryant fell back to earth, and the landing has jolted a nation.
What if we brought together 4 players who averaged 20 points per game the season before and put them on the same team?
With so much turmoil off the court, Bryant seemed to find peace on the court.
You talked about Shaquille O'Neal, where you basically said that he was fat and out of shape.
I knew the fire that I lit. I knew what I said, and he knew what he said.
Kobe himself was required to constantly fly in and out of Colorado, so this definitely affected Kobe's performance on certain nights.
Yeah, for those of you who were around watching basketball at that time, it was crazy. Sometimes he'd fly in the third quarter and just run into the game, suit up, and dude, he was a killer during this time too, because he said this was his I guess his sanctuary away from all the crap that he was dealing with legally in Colorado. So it was a wild time in basketball to witness this.
Like, there's so many things coming at once. It's just becoming very, very confusing. I had to organize things. So I created the Black Mamba.
Transforming into the Black Mamba.
Mamba, as he's known as, the killer black snake.
Regulators. Mound up.
Kobe kept it together. Thank God he held his game together, because if he was cracking under pressure and getting like 6 points a game.
Yo, I don't know if I'm going to get claimed by Nintendo for the Zelda music or... man, who the hell did Regulators? Bone Thugs? I'm getting old.
Oh, LA would have been like, that is guilty.
With this G-Funk era, funked out with the gangster twist.
I may never come back from this, but the one thing I can control right now is what I do on the
That's the stupidest shot ever. That's the dumbest, most irresponsible shot ever, and it went in.
The public is still
Kobe did it so often too.
He's one of the few black celebrities that get that. Not because he's a celebrity, more because, you know, the girl showed up with 8 different sanctions to the investigation. You can't do that.
The crowd yelling stuff at you, heard it, and you almost had to create this alternative character.
Kobe has to deal with these issues. The Black Mamba steps on the court and does what he does.
It's the Black Mamba.
He basically went Batman. You know, Bruce Wayne's got to do what Bruce Wayne's got to do in the daytime. Nighttime, it's Batman.
The Black Mamba follows a trail of aerial clues. Potent venom floods the system, killing it swiftly.
Another 3 is good. One away from tying the franchise records.
Bang.
Well, Dennis Scott, if you're watching somewhere, your record is in big-time jeopardy. He's got 10.
This dude came out and was kicking our butt.
Establishing a new NBA record.
This was all happening with Kobe going back and forth to court in Colorado between games.
And my favorite moment that we ever had was on the bus leaving the arena, leaving Arco Arena.
When we got there, people were mooning us. So after the game, all of us put our ass on the window and we mooned them. We got to see a lot of different shades of the moon.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. All of us lined up, both sides of the bus.
Michael awesome. Jordan to us is the GOAT. To Kobe Bryant's the GOAT.
Luke Walton get guarded by Yao. Yao had a piece of his jersey. Here comes Kobe around the corner.
Again on my man Yao. Youch.
Oh, jump shot, good by Kobe.
Oh,
right over
goodness.
Yao.
Oh, my goodness. Did he even see the basket? Yao stepped out.
Approaching 7 to... And I think after the whole Colorado incident, too, it chiseled him even more.
The dysfunction between Shaq and Kobe was reaching a breaking point.
Yeah, but a lot of that stuff was created by me. I used to push his buttons, he used to push my buttons, and it made us perform at high levels.
A lot of times as a coach, you see guys want to have a space that they kind of define as this is my area. You know, Kobe's saying, don't talk about my game, I won't talk about yours.
Now to 4, here's
Fish head.
The Lakers return to the finals.
That was right on David Robinson.
Seeking their historic 4th title in a row.
My 4th time in the finals, thanks to that man right over there.
Most people think they will win. They are heavily favored. A lot of people think they will sweep. Gary Payton, who came from Seattle and then Milwaukee last year, big pay cut to win a championship.
I'm not going to lie, I was one of the many people who thought that this was going to be a sweep. 5 games max.
Alone to win a championship. Kobe now tries to win his 4th championship, as does Shaquille O'Neal.
On the biggest stage, the Lakers fell apart.
We also thought the Pistons had no chance. No chance whatsoever.
Basketball's culture is about the young prodigy. And Kobe was, for about a 10-year window, the prodigy.
They start with Shaq. He gives it to Walton. Here comes Kobe. Less than 5 from way outside. Got it! Oh, man! With 2.1.
Kobe Bryant has it. Whatever that it is, Al, he has it. He has the ability to make big shots.
You guys were such huge personalities, and maybe that could be why.
It wasn't just that they beat the Lakers, it was how they beat the Lakers. Were you surprised at how easy it was?
Yeah, I didn't think they could dominate a team that won 3 rings to the extent that they would completely demoralize them and really take their will to play, which is exactly what they did.
How did they take the Lakers hard?
The 2004 Lakers were one of the most hyped up yet disappointing teams of all time.
I know, and that's why that 2004 Pistons team will always go down as one of the greatest for me.
But the Detroit Pistons have just shocked the Los Angeles Lakers. 100-87 to win the NBA title. And for the Lakers, it truly will be the end of a particular era. They've had the 3 championships. They brought in the other guys. We talked about how much they'll revamp.
We won 3 out of 4. Don't get no better than that. Doesn't matter how many fights we had, how many scuffles we had.
The writing was on the wall for everyone to see.
Do you wish you and Kobe would have handled y'all relationship differently? And if so, how many championships you think y'all could have won? Usually when something happens, like the firing of a coach, I would know about it. But I wake up and I turn on ESPN like I always do. Da-na-na, da-na-na. Phil Jackson fired as Laker coach.
When do you expect this soap opera to end that is going on between you and Kobe and Phil writing a book and all of this stuff?
Kobe and Shaq have gotten a divorce. What caused the divorce?
He did an interview just the other day where he was talking about your work ethic in basketball. He said if the work ethic had been higher, it could have been even better. We could have won even more rings.
Was he saying that to me, or was he saying that to all the statues that I have in front of the Staples Center? He wasn't talking to me.
In the end, the Lakers had to choose between Kobe and Shaq. They opted to stick with the younger Kobe and traded O'Neal to Miami.
The Los Angeles Lakers and Miami Heat have agreed to a trade that will send Shaquille O'Neal, one of the greatest big men of all time, to sunny South Florida.
Me, as a Laker hater back then, I thought that this trio, because Phil's part of it, was going to last until like 2010. And I thought they were going to, the way they were going, I was thinking they were going to challenge Jordan's 6 rings. I really believed it. Last thing I would have expected was Phil's getting fired. It's a dumb move. And then after that, Phil, get Phil out of there. And then who's going to balance the egos? No one. So you got to get Shaq out of there too. I never expected them to blow this team up.
The Heat, Kobe re-ups with the Lakers.
Shaq's future is certain. A big shift in the balance of power in the NBA as the league's most dominant player is headed back east, the newest member of the Miami Heat.
Remember this? I'm going to bring a championship to Miami, I promise.
The Kobe and Shaq era had ended. Kobe Bryant was now the sole star in LA.
Okay. We're going to have a long part 3, but I think that's a perfect segue. So part 1, we covered everything before they were winning championships. Part 2, we covered the Shaq, the Dynasty years, the three-peat years between Kobe, Shaq, and Phil. And then part 3, we're going to do everything that happened after that, the rebuild, the rise to the top of the mountain, and everything that follows. So, guys, thank you for joining me for part 2. I'll see you in part 3. And like the vid, subscribe to the channel if you want more content like this. Hit that bell if you want to get notified for the last one tonight. And shout out to members. Appreciate y'all. Guys, be water, my friends. I'll see you in the comments, and I'll see you tonight. Peace out.